friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is City Skylines. I'm allowing you to enjoy this magnificent vista to start things off. Had enough? Good, let's move on. Okay, so last time around we talked a little bit about our two districts that we've got set up so far, and I think you can see what I'm about to talk about. As you can see, here's the area we laid out last time, which is going to be another commercial and residential hub area, zone. Call it what you will. District, I think is probably the word. I was wondering how I was going to set up junctions. Well, I've done it. There we go. Check this out for, just a bad boy bit of junction right here. I'm pretty sure I've got all of it. I might have, might not have. I might have missed one or two connections somewhere along the way. I'm certain that, yeah, I need one coming out here, don't I? Yes. Okay, right. Well, let's do that now. So, the basic principle, if we zoom in a little bit, is we're using our multi-deck approach. We've got these outside carriageways here that will assist people who are, merging on, merging off, while hopefully not getting in the way of the main deal, which is leading people in and out of the city. That's the thinking anyway. And and if I've got it right, which it certainly looks like I have, then everybody's happy. And why am I building that bit of road? You want a bit of road with some purpose and majesty about it. So once I've finished doing this, and it's taken me probably half an hour to get this bit done. All in all, not too bad. But once I've got this section complete, and I think I want to connect up to there, but it looks a bit odd in doing so, doesn't it? It does look a bit odd. And also, I'm going to need to feed it over so it lands over here somehow. Am I? Hang on. Have I got myself just ever so slightly confused? Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, I'm going to leave this underneath. If I'm coming from... I was pointing at the screen there, friends. Yeah, you didn't see that. Okay, so if I'm coming from here, and I want to go that way, I have to come through here, under here, and I can't. Right. Well, that answers that question then. Okay, so we do need to go underneath. Alright, okay, we can make that happen. I'm certain we can make that happen. It's not going to be that easy, though, is it? It's not just a case of wiggle it until it happens. Come on, bizarre camera. Is there gaps between the pillars? There's a gap between the pillars here. Alright, okay, right. Well, let's get down to ground level. And then let's swing her under. Huh? Come on, you want it. No. No, too lazy a swing there, I think. Because right there, that would be adequate. It wouldn't be good enough. Now, I mean, it's only ever going to be a minority of traffic that it actually takes advantage of this. God, I'm sure we can stop with the roady road noise there. Let's try a straight line and see what that gets us. So we can get as far as here. In which case, let's do that. We could get very, very tangled up here. And I might need to swing out this way. No, probably pillars. Pillars causing drama there. No, it's that ramp. Okay, right. Come on, I need another plan. Anything? Anything at all? No. I think if anything, I'm going to need to back it up, swing aggressively round, skirting this pillar and coming out that side. This is going to be easier said than done. And what I'm not going to do is I am not going to remove... No. Not going to remove the top decks because I'll never get it back in as it should be. There we go. Yeah. About as far as there. Right, and then you went blue. That means something. Don't get me wrong, that's quite a nice connection, that. That would be something that it's implausible to be able to pull off that particular move threading through, but it's not what I want. Give me anything at this point. No? Okay, right. Where are we going from? Oh, we're trying to go straight through the middle of this pillar here. So we need an aggressive angle, which it seemed to want to give me there. And this is, you know, it's a bit of a swine because, you know, you've got to negotiate with things that you can't get out of the way. Anywhere around here would be good. That might do it. Where to now? Can you get through? No, that pillar's in the way again. Alright, well how critical is that? That pillar's pretty critical. Alright, this isn't doing it. This isn't going to work. Okay, right, back it up again. Now, I mean, I could just give up and go underground here. But, you know, if I can do it overground, I'm gonna. Yeah, once again, this is me faffing about with roads when you wanted to see me build stuff. Look, I'll give it another minute, and if we haven't got it, I'll skip to the bit where I've got it fixed. Alright, you know, it's always nice when I get it right while you're watching, because it makes me look like some kind of, you know, godlike genius. Let's try going under a different bit. Alright, if we put a really aggressive turn there, that's so far so good. Anything? Anywhere? I can see the bit that's colliding with. What else have you got in the way here? Flaming trees in the way. Okay, right. Okay, so that's too close to that pillar. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to get rid of all of that. And let's see if we can get one bit of road in a straight line directly under there. Like that. One might argue that's what I should have done to begin with. There we go. Right, okay, so far, so good. Now, you connect to that. Do it with me just thinking about it. Go. Okay, yes, that is a slightly sharp angle on there, but it's still in keeping with the overall ethos of this area. So I'm satisfied with that, and that's actually quite a nice angle. Although I think we can do a nicer one. Hold on. Let's go out a little bit further. There we go. Right, good. So that's going to make this junction interesting. Let's kill the traffic lights. And we'll stick some priorities on there. Give you priority. You can just hold your horses. And we'll give you priority as well, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, that's okay, that's that. So that now means that anyone coming from this way can get over here. Anyone coming that way can get over there, can they? I need one more. I need one more onto there, I think. Do I? Do I really? No, because I need to connect this somehow onto... Do I? Are you sure about that? Let's just leave it. Right, let's build something. Okay, that's a decision well made there. Okay, so same kind of plan as before. We're going to go around the outside with, you know, some low-density housing. Let's up the tempo here. People will get the picture on this front relatively quickly, I would have thought. There we go. See, look at them tuning in, going, oh yeah, oh this is a magnificent. Hold on, why is my population a little low? Okay, we've got death starting to come up, but it's not to the point yet. So, as advertised, I was going to show you my way of dealing with the outbreak of great death, and as you can see, it's trying. We're not far off. Maybe in a little while that will sprout into something hideous. I know it's odd that we're hoping it sprouts into something hideous, but you know, there you go. Shall we could bang something interesting in there. Let's give them some services, shall we? Now, if I put a clinic in here, that doesn't do much. I think it's about time we had a hospital. And actually, I think it's about time where shall I have my spectacular central section? So, if you were watching last time around, I mentioned that I was... Here we go. Look, it's starting. I mentioned that I was going to aim to have a spectacular central section, and I wasn't kidding. What I haven't decided is whether I want it on this side or whether I want it on this side. I shall figure it out in a moment. But as you can see, we've got people moving in already, and that's a jolly good sign. Let's get some fundamentals up. Let's bang a police station and a fire station on the end here. And this, of course, is the sort of luxury that is afforded to you once you actually start making a bit of money. While you're scrambling and scraping to try and get any kind of profitability. It's that was a really stupid place to put a park, if I'm honest. Very few people can get to that. Maybe I'll make a feature. I'll make a feature out of it. We'll lay some pathway around the outside. What I'm also meaning to do is do some underground pathway, which was suggested to me by someone whose name eludes me, and so I shall refer to as the Saracen. Yes, it was suggested that that some underground pathways would be hugely beneficial. And I thought, actually, I hadn't thought of underground pathways. What a sage you are. This is something we shall have to do. And by which I mean footpaths. So take a footpath route to your metro station that starts miles away so that people don't have to cross the road or, otherwise traverse difficult terrain, and good things may happen. Have we got enough going on yet? Oh yeah, look, there we go. Right, okay, here we go. This is resolving the Death Plague 101. Plague of Death. Step 1, grab your crematorium. Step 2, place lots of them. Right? Step 3, turn the speed up and just give it a moment while they clean all of that up. Oh, incidentally, placing so many crematoria, if we use the plural, placing so many down at once, it doesn't half shift your land value into the positive, which is why you can see all these buildings upgrading right now. Step 3, go in your face, death. Death plague, cleared up, no problem at all. Now, this does have a detrimental effect on your profitability, so then you turn them all off. Now, you do lose the land value that you just earned, which might mean your buildings do a bit of yo-yoing as far as value is concerned. But at the end of the day, that's how you deal with the death plague. See, our budget's returned to the place it was before. I've left one turned on because, I'm not heartless. But that's that cleaned up, and if it breaks out again, we switch them all back on. Sucks to be you, game. I have foiled you. So there you go. That's how to deal with the death plague in one simple move. Okay, so we've got plenty of demand going on for more residential, and I am just the guy to kind of deliver on that. Now, that feels like it's the central space in this area. So let's do something magnificent with that. And that means a bit of public transport. Now, it was also suggested by it wasn't Storm, it might have been MJ, it could have been anybody. So one of the regulars to Colonel Failure's Video Emporium suggested that I should have set up a secondary tube line quickly in order to get things trundling along. And I said, yes, why have I not got a tube line running from over here? Because I want people to use buses, that's why. And if I put them all on the tube, nobody's going to use a bus. But I will do one from here, and we'll create a line that runs from this one all the way down to there. Now, that's, it's bypassing the other residential district, so we're going to keep some surface traffic. My goal is not to eliminate every car from the streets. That's not the kind of city I want to run. Right, now Metro Line 2, let's give it a white, the white line. But when I did this before, the number of people that decided they fancied using this was, how shall I word it, extreme. Let's do those parking things. Where can I, where did I, are they parks? They are parks. Okay. So if we put a parking zone there, we put a parking zone there, and then we put an actual park in the middle. No, middle not big enough. Nuts. Right, well I want something in the middle. What have we got in the way of statues? No, two. He's quite he's a happy waving statue. Let's bang him in here. Yeah, like it. Apparently this statue needs power. Well, you could put a solar panel on his head. That would probably do it. Well, let's do something. Let's do something magnificent with some paths and trees and what have you. So let's take a path down there, and let's take another one down here, and then let's get up in their face with some trees. Let's put a little shop. We've got a little shop there. I wonder whether putting a little shop here is going to be helpful. We'll try it, and then just tree this sucker up. If you stay there, then we'll be able to do this in quite a nice way. I know, I've got the tree brush, I have spoken of the tree brush, and this is not the tree brush, because the tree brush is inappropriate when laying out carefully spaced and cunningly measured and not in the slightest bit hastily plonked. That's too short. Give me something taller. How big are you? Oh, isn't that just what I was placing just now? Give me something really big. There you go, that'll do. To be honest, I think this might be overkill. Still, look, there we go. Yes, look, trees. I mean, they do somewhat sit out of place there, putting conifers in amongst your deciduous, but, you know, I think that's quite nice. And then we've got a statue. What shall I put around the edge of there? More parks and trees? I think it feels a little bit excessive. But hey, you know, we're in the land of excess here. So no, how about that? Lovely. Then the good townsfolk can come in and admire the statue of whatever that is. I didn't even look. Perhaps I should have. All right, let's try tree brushing this. Yeah, you see, tree brush is too imprecise for this small an area. But I do intend on filling in a lot of the... Oh, look at it. Oh, feel that. Filling in a lot of the gaps in between roads, particularly with trees, because it just makes them look lovely. And since my trees are all slightly wonky anyway, I don't think there's any harm in doing so. There we go. Look at that. Huh? Hey? Oh, yeah, you can feel how wonderful it is. Let's put some offices in there, because I like tower blocks. Let's put some residential in that one. Let's get a school up here somewhere. Now, I'm actually reluctant in placing a school at the moment, because I need some uneducated workers who aren't going to, you know, get all sniffy when I suggest there's a perfectly good factory job for them over in the industrial area. Let's put it next to the police station. That's the best place you want, kids, really. Alright. Okay, so, I mean, you know, our population is still a little on the low side, if I'm honest. I would expect there to be more coming in. Let's just do a quick update of the server. So that's the city web server, which is this button up here. I've featured it in a previous episode. If you do a search through my my previous playthrough, you should see it in there. It's got a kind of a semi-feature episode. Right, let's zone this up. That's right, it's another zone that can be named. Now, it was suggested that we call it Shaftesbury by someone who, you know, has got difficulty differentiating between certain anatomical parts and a semicircle, who shall go nameless. You know who you are, Peter. However, here we go. Marvellous. Yeah. Ooh. Marvellous. Oh, yeah, there we go. Good. Hey, terrific. I can't say marvellous again. That would be excessive marvellousness. So this is High Park currently. It's not going to be for very long because somebody's going to come up with a nicer name for it. It could be you. I don't want to expand it too quickly, but I think we can probably... It's a customer services building. It does look rather a lot like a school. We'll stick a high school in here as well. All of this stuff is great for raising land value, which makes everybody happy. And I'll stick some bus routes in here as well once I've filled it out. In fact, you know what? Talking about not filling it out too quickly, let's fill it out too quickly. The plague o' death, it no longer causes me any fear at all. Now that I can solve it with brute force. Oh, hello! Look, we got some traffic happening. Right, that traffic is largely happening because of the traffic lights. So let's do that. See, that's not caused a crisis, has it? If we up the speed... one of the advantages of upping the speed is you do get to see where traffic builds up most frequently. That's working. Kill the traffic lights. And again. We don't need them. Oh, this is going to it's going to prove to be quite a leafy drive. Ah, see, look, there we go. That's where I've missed something. People coming off this way are heading down there. Do they have an alternative? Yeah, they could go out over there, but they can't. Oh, yes, they can. No. That's... Is that working as intended? Is it really? Yeah, I think we need an exit at this end as well, and vice versa. So we need an exit from this side coming down here that heads out over there. Or do we? I'm not so sure we do. We'll see. I think that's the safe thing to do there, is we'll see how that one builds up over time. But if we, as you can see, in the lungs, everything moving smoothly, get round to the industrial area, which did have a few problems before. But look how much we are short on workforce. That's insane. Given the number of people in the city now. What have we got going on here? 456 passengers last week. More people now using the tube, and I suspect it's because of this one here. 177, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so just to finish off, let's try one of these. Right, so what we want to do is we're going to go underground, and we'll put an underground path from here, say. Is that going to work? We could do something with these trees, perhaps. And bring it up to the surface in the tree line. Okay, cool. Right, so let's run it. Where should we run it to? Oh, I've got an idea. Okay, let's run it to there. Right, and then we'll run it over to here. Right, and if we bring it up to the surface again, on the back of this residential area, who knows, someone may use it. But meanwhile, it emerges like some kind of Churchillian bunker from World War II, back up to the surface. Right, back up to the surface. Here you go. It would be nice if it was at a good angle. Let's turn the snap off. Right about there. We'll connect that up in a way that sort of makes sense, hopefully. Why have you got a bulldozy kind of number going on there? That's not perfect, if I'm honest, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll round off by just keeping tabs on this and seeing if we get any takers. Let's diesel on that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Is there anybody in the tunnel? I imagine there's some crime in the tunnel. honest. Oh, hold on, we've got water shortage. Yeah, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching today. We're going to, you can probably tell what's coming up next. More of the same. We've got the other side to do, and we're going to try and figure out how we ensure that industrial area is getting the employees it needs in order to fill itself out. That's the goal, anyway. But thank you very much for watching today. Next time around, we shall fill out the other side, complete this one. I've got to get some garbage disposal going on here somewhere, and nobody's going to be keen on that. Maybe I'll make a little feature garbage dump down here somewhere. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll catch up with you very soon. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd appreciate it greatly. Cheerio!
Listen.